What's up, guys? It's your boy Rondre 3000, and this is some pretty rare gameplay for me. Rare in that I normally don't post or even play with the Ghost Perk very much. In fact, I believe there's only one other video on my channel where I've used Ghost, and I went back and listened to that, and it's actually a rant on Ghost, and it's not necessarily how you think it would go. In that rant on Ghost, I go on about how Ghost really isn't that bad of a perk, but in listening to it, some of my feelings have kind of changed. It's kind of interesting in that I could have an opinion after playing Black Ops for a few months on one particular console, and then a few months later, look back at that commentary and at certain times I was like, wow, what are you thinking? I mean, some of those opinions I still kind of hold, but let me backtrack and give you a little bit of, I guess you'd say, a backdrop for this particular game. This was taken a couple days after the new maps dropped. This is Hazard. I guess it's a reskin of the map Cliffside from World at War, and I'd never played World at War, so I have no frame of reference, but I'm in a lobby with a bunch of trash talkers and against I don't know if they're a full party, but I think they had at least 4, and majority of them were using Ghost. And even further back than that, I guess I should say that I waited a day or so before getting the new maps on Xbox Live, just because of the frustration I had with the Annihilation map pack. And I'm so glad that I actually got those maps for free, thanks to COD Black Ice from Treyarch. And my frustration stemmed from the proliferation of Ghost users on Xbox Live. It was the very first time I'd ever seen or ever went up against full parties of Ghost users, and it's the most frustrating thing in that I've ever experienced, even more so than getting quickscope. I don't mind getting quickscope because I suck at it myself, so whenever somebody actually does it to me, I think it's actually a skillful thing. I know there are a lot of people out there that disagree, saying that the auto aim assist does a lot of the work, but I mean, I've tried it, and I'm not as good as those guys. So whenever somebody does it to me, I'm like, wow, good job. But anyways, so I wanted to even wait a couple days before buying this new map pack, because I just knew it was going to happen. I could already feel myself getting tense in the shoulders and gritting my teeth and clenching my jaw, thinking about all the Ghost campers. And in my experience, it just seems like Ghost and campers go hand in hand. I wouldn't mind so much, I guess, if people who use Ghost didn't sit in corners, or the ones that I happen to run across. In that rant video that I made, I tried to show how you don't have to sit in corners if you're going to use Ghost, but I brought up this issue on Twitter the other day, and I was wondering if I was being a fool for not using the Ghost perk, because I've been playing with a few people better than myself fairly regularly, and kind of fell into that that mindset that only noobs use Ghost, and it wasn't something that anybody specifically said to me and I decided to follow, but subconsciously I just kind of had it in the back of my head that, hey, you know what, there's better perks out there. There are good perks out there to use, like Flak Jacket, Hardline. I really like using those perks, but I hadn't really used Ghost because I kind of felt it was a crutch. I would say in a good few months, I could probably count on one hand the times I set out at the start of a game using Ghost, and and use that perk for the whole game. Just because I kind of felt it was newbie, and I'm always trying to get better at my game. I mean, sometimes some games are better than others, some days are better than others, but I just kind of felt that, hey, if you're running around using Ghost, it's kind of an easy mode and a crutch, and you get used to it, and it's not really helping you. But after this game, and actually another game, I won't have time to, maybe I'll post it out a different date, but After this game here, we'll actually go flawless with Ghost. I was like, man, am I a sucker for not using Ghost like everybody else is doing? Because really, it felt so easy playing this way. And I broke out this class. I made this class in the lobby because the team we were playing against were talking so much trash, and you know they really weren't that good. It's just I'm playing in a room full of randoms, and I couldn't place where these guys were gonna be. We had no map control. That's kind of what happens when you play with randoms. But still, I mean, these guys were actually mowing us down, and there was nothing that we could do about it. I mean, I was rolling with Flak Jacket, I was rolling with Hardline, and enough was enough. I just finally said, you know what, if you can't beat them, join them. And I know that's maybe not the best way to live your life, but hey, it's a video game, so I'm trying not to take it too serious. So I put on my Hacker Pro, my Ghost Pro, suppressed weapon, and my motion sensor, and I said, hey, alright, let's do what we do. And this is how it goes. And another game that I played, actually with a party full of guys, we were having a really hard time playing domination on jungle. And at one point I was 2-7, and the guys on my team weren't doing much better. And we're a pretty decent group of guys. And I was just like, man, there was a few ghosts that kept rushing our spawn, getting behind us, and shooting us in the back. And at the point where I looked at my score and I was 2-7, I said, oh my god. Strapped on my ghost class with a silenced Galil, and I think I went 9-1 right after putting on Ghost. Went through all my kill streaks, and the other team quit out. I mean, before switching to Ghost, I mean, I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. We were getting UAV to death. Everybody knew where we were coming from. We were getting 2-cap, and it was like magic. As soon as I put on Ghost, I was able to go through all my kill streaks. It seemed like magically my aim came back. People were dying when I was actually shooting them. And again, the other team quit out. We got that magic message that said enemy team's forfeiting in 20 seconds or whatever. And it was like, wow. Really? So you guys can use Ghost, but we can't? So I kind of wanted to pose the question to you guys. How do you guys feel about Ghost now? I know there's a community, a thought in the community that Ghost is kind of a cheap perk or overpowered or whatever you want to call it. But is it really that bad? When do you use it? When do you not use it? How do you use it? I guess my new thinking is I don't care what perks you use as long as you're not camping. But I kind of want to know what you, the viewer, thinks about Ghost. So leave me some comments down below, and maybe we can have a dialogue about it. Alright guys, thanks.